Hello and welcome back to the Grapple YouTube channel. I'm Matty Edwards and I am back with my Crown Jewel 2025 reaction, and it's a quick one here today. This is what are we? Not even 5 p.m. Just gone R4 UK time in the afternoon. What a glorious time today was. I mean, 1 p.m. start. I'll get used to those every Saturday. That'd be great going forwards. But are we back? Is the Fed back? Well, we will go through this reaction, and as people can see by my face, I think we're very much back. We started the show today with Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed in an Australian street fight. And like I said on my preview video, I was a bit torn with this one. I could see them doing, like, obviously just Roman going over, obviously, as he's the big star in this, but it didn't really factor too much into play. Obviously, the obvious thing in the room of the home country, I didn't mention it, but I thought, would Bronson really go over? I did allude to it in my preview video, but I didn't actually think they'd go through with it. But I'm so happy that they did, because Bronson Reed did, in fact, go over Roman Reigns, pinned him 1-2-3, the second man in 6 years in a singles match to have pinned Roman Reigns, obviously after Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. And this from the off was a great time. Like, obviously, it was the street fight. We had Roman Reigns just having absolute fun out there with the cricket bat stuff, just playing off the crowd. And I love that side of Roman. Then we got a Samoan drop through an open chair. We got a Uranagi on a stop sign. Obviously, we had the usual WWE kendo sticks, but we'll let that one slide in this one because we got other props. What else did we get? We got a senton onto the stop sign. Then we got Roman Reigns setting up for his signature spear through the barricade. Obviously, Bron Breakker comes out, cuts that off. We get a shield bomb through the table. The Usos are out. Yes, the lads come out. They're obviously supporting Roman Reigns. Super kicks all around to the Bronze. A 1D to Bron Breakker. But then Bron just basically is up within a minute off the 1D. Just showcasing him. Does a lovely gorilla press into backbreaker or gutbuster onto Jey Uso, which looked good. Then we had, obviously, the Bron doing his spear right round the ring, right through the barricade to Big Jim. And then we get the story. We are back. The Fed is back as Jey Uso goes to spear Bronson Reed, who moves out the way, and he spears his cousin Roman Reigns right through the table. He gets took out by Bron Breakker, does Jey. Roman's obviously done for, tsunami. And as I say, 1-2-3, Bronson Reed does, in fact, pin Roman Reigns one-on-one. A lot of story here to unpack. Afterwards, we get a good bit of talking, good bit of my stuff, where Roman basically says he didn't want the help. He understands it. He gets it. He's not fuming like he used to, like the old tribal chief would fume. But now he calmly says he doesn't want to see the Usos until Christmas, which could be a red herring, because apparently the War Games teams got leaked yesterday by Big Dave. Whether that's true or not, we can only wait and see. Obviously, this could be a red herring that Roman Reigns is not on that, is going to be on the team, in fact, and saying he's not there to Christmas, or he could be off TV until Christmas. There's a lot you can do here, especially, and it's a decent way to put Roman out, because you can obviously have Jey and Jimmy continuing their story while he's away, and the character arc of Jey Uso, which has been the driving force for me for obviously a lot of years now, and especially the last 12 to 15 months. But yeah, great stuff all around here. Great start to the show. Plenty more story. Plenty more talking as well, please, Paul, going forward on that one. So, yeah, next match, we have Tiffany Stratton versus Stephanie Fouquet for the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. And I love this one again. I mean, chain wrestling early. You know, Steph in there is just effortless, just the way she maneuvers around the ring, glides around the ring. You know, little touches like the rollover on the schoolboy just to add that, you know, extra torque on the move. Love little stuff, little touches like that. As I say, she glides around the ring. Everything she does as well just doesn't look phony. Even them like foot scrapes in the corner to the face of Tiffany, they just look good. They just look really, really good. Whereas the opposite, which is still a positive, I'm going to say about Tiffany Stratton, is a bit more rough around the edges, a bit scruffy, but in there with doing, but it adds that element of realism and that fight and that danger to Tiffy, which I think makes her stand out as well. So we had a good combination of the two here. We had a Falcon Arrow into backbreaker by Tiffy, which looked really rough onto Stephanie. The Dragon Screw as well back to Tiffy, which she did forget for a split second to sell the right leg there, but we will forgive her on that one. And the swanton onto the knees, dearie me, that looked rough. That looked really rough, which obviously played into the Devil's Kiss. I like that little touch, the setup into the Devil's Kiss there. And obviously Stephanie McKay getting the victory, like I predicted on my preview show, with that corkscrew, which is a finger beauty. Can we just call it that, a finger beauty? Because it is so good. And she didn't fully flushly connect with this, which made it look even better for me with it. You know what I mean? Got the 1, 2, 3 there. So still look good, but it's really in the midsection. So yeah, right person went over as well for this one. We continue with Stephanie Vaquera, and obviously Tiffy can be obviously reheated very much so on SmackDown going forward. So second win all around for me. 2 for 2 so far on this show, and yes, we are going to follow up with a 3 for 3, and I'm sure this match will divide opinion. Once again, this is an instant reaction video. I've checked none of the consensus except for a bit of on our Discord. That's about it. But John Cena versus AJ Styles was up next, and Jesus Christ, I fucking had a great time watching this. From the minute, like even before this match, the start of the show, it was just so noticeable. The amount of yellow Cena t-shirts in the building, it was incredible. Like, it really good to see. He must be raking some coin in off this tour, Cena, for sure, because every other person in the stand had a yellow Cena t-shirt on. It was such a good visual. But obviously AJ Styles comes out first, and if you're wrestling a tire lorry and you're into that kind of stuff, this must have been chef's kiss. AJ Styles in his old TNA 2005 short jacket, unbelievable. So complete with the choker as well around his neck, just to complete that absolute look. Was great stuff all around here. And then, as I say, this match will divide opinion. John Cena comes out, by the way, to such a great reaction. And this is me once again. I think I'll say this on every video until Cena goes. I'm not a Cena guy, never been a Cena guy, but this run he's really winning me over. It's just getting to the end, isn't it? It's a bit emotional even for long-time fans like myself who never had that connection with Cena. It's someone that was there on your TV for so long, and you're all going to get swept up in the emotion with this one, especially an emotional guy like myself. But yeah, this was everything I thought it would be, and then some, for just a fun time. And I know Cena's been paying homage and playing the hits a couple of times now in this babyface run towards the end here. But we got a lot of this here. We got a skull-crushing finale for The Miz. We got an accolade for Rusev. We got a Walls of Jericho for Jericho. We got a Sister Abigail, which was brilliant. And I think Cena did that fucking really good. That Sister Abigail, AJ took it well. Got a nice little visual after the tribute to obviously Bray Wyatt after that. That was a nice touch as well. We had an Angel Wings rebuttal by AJ Styles, paying homage to Chris Daniels on WWE TV. That was a sight to see, if ever there was one. More greatest hits. We got a Deadeye. I mean, I'm not sure who's paying homage to that, but no pop on the Deadeye. I'm sure that's a familiar thing going on there, and whatever company you're in. We had some other good stuff there, just two veterans going at it, playing the greatest hits at this stage in the game as well. I mean, I think it fit perfectly into this type of match. We had the vintage Randy Orton draping DDT, followed by the RKO, and that was the punter started burst, and he went for the punt as well, sorry, and obviously missed that one. But the moment I actually burst out laughing is when Cena set up AJ for the 619. I mean, he totally knew what he was doing there. Good cut off by AJ. We had the choke slam. We had a 450 springboard. AJ busted that back out in this. Sweet chin music. Phenomenal forearm. Elbows, like Cena went for the AA, and then we had the elbows where AJ connected, and then Cena just basically shrugged it off. It's a giant AA, and I thought, that's it, finish, Super Cena, just no selling them. What a great near fall. AJ kicked out, and then we did get the finish, which was a tombstone power driver into an AA. Just superb stuff all around. If you didn't have fun watching this one, I don't know what to say, guys. I mean, this was just a good time from start to finish. Two veterans playing the hits, paying homage, fans into it. Great stuff all around, and a lovely embrace as well. It meant a lot to Cena because he gave AJ as well a good introduction to the ring announcer at the start as well. So that was good to see, and a lovely moment for sure as part of John Cena's retirement tour. So 3 for 3, and we are 4 for 4 in the next one as Io Sky and Rhea Ripley face the Kabuki Warriors. And this was a match, a lot of people have been into that. I said this on my preview show, and a match I should be into story-wise, but something weren't just clicking for me in the build-up. But the match itself, I mean, I can't fault all the ladies here for this one. We had old school tag team match at the start, you know, cut the ring off, Io getting heat on Io for a long time after she was posted into the ring post. Some good strikes, some good wrestling. We got a lovely running blockbuster by Kairi Sane on Io. That was just lovely, lovely stuff. Then obviously the hot tag comes in, and then we get Rhea getting the big pop, coming in there, home country girl, taking over, Razor's Edge. We had the arm drag off the second rope as well by Io to Kairi. That was good. Springboard moonsault, near falls. And then we did, at the end of this match, we did get the double team. Kairi taking the bullet for Asuka, and then she ends up taking the riptide and the moonsault for the 1-2-3. So that was another 4 for 4 for me. Probably, you know, the match I wasn't into the most on the show, but still a good match overall, I would say, from the four ladies. And then we get to the main event, which was for the men's Crown Jewel Championship, the story match of Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes. 3 years worth of story and then some with these, and it's just good chemistry. You forget about the chemistry these have got together. They had, you know, the 3 matches, the trilogy in 2022, which we all look fondly back on. But even here, like, just some of the stuff, the stomp on the barricade was a great spot. The powerbomb counter, the disaster kick by Seth, which was lovely. We got him taking the piss with a few Stardust spots in there. But once again, I go back to that weird chemistry between these two. Thought they had great stuff. And then we had the Miss Cutter, a pedigree into the stomp, which Seth thought was over. Then we had Seth questioning himself, obviously going outside, looking for that steel chair, but then now he goes over to the Rolex watch that Cody gifted him after WrestleMania 40, when Seth did help Cody win the title and be his shield against Roman Reigns. But then he fought against it. His emotions got the better, and he put it down in the corner. Then we had Seth taking more risks instead of using the watch. We had a wild coast-to-coast headbutt, which looked good, but I don't think it felt good for Seth Rollins, because I don't know if he's legitimately injured, whether it's a serious one or what here, or he's working as well. But he couldn't lift that left arm up anywhere near the height of his right arm all during this match. I hope he's okay. I hope it doesn't scupper any storylines going forward. And as I say, most importantly, hope he's okay. But that looked like a gnarly landing for sure. And then we got the Spanish Fly as well afterwards by Seth, taking more risks, a rock bottom for a near fall. Then we got Cody taking risks, taking chances with the crossroads off the top rope, which looked absolutely unbelievable. But for a near fall, that could have been saved for a finish. It definitely could have. A few people on Discord say that it definitely could. But I mean, as a visual, what a move that was for sure. And then near the end as well, it was great the way Seth just fell into it. The watch was right in his eye line. He picked the watch up, little ref bump. Cody goes to the crossroads. Yeah, with a great looking punch as well. It looked good. The dig to the face of Cody Rhodes. And then we got a stomp. And then just to solidify the victory, we got a stomp off the second rope. 1, 2, 3. Seth Rollins finally beats Cody Rhodes one-on-one. And yeah, as I say, I forgot to mention earlier on, Paul Heyman instructed the Bronze not to go out there and help Seth Rollins, even if he did want the help. And I thought, you know, once again, with the leaked news of those War Games teams by Dave yesterday, expecting maybe an Austin Theory run in to help him, as the lads couldn't help him, you know what I mean? So, but I am glad in a way Seth did get the win on his own, even though he had to cheat to win. But we expect, and it ties in with the story of the Rolex, story of them two. We can revisit this match hopefully down the line as well. Always available match, 2 top stars going at it. And yes, Seth Rollins wins. So 5 for 5 for me on this pay-per-view. I mean, I haven't had I haven't had a time like this probably this year, even though I was at WrestleMania watching this live on TV. As I say, the afternoon time helped. But I just think every match delivered and then some. I thought the crowd were great as well. They didn't try and hijack the show like some of the overseas fans do, which could be to the detriment and could do people's heads in. I thought these were great all night. It added to the atmosphere and it added to every match as well. So I thought the crowd were great. All the wrestling was great. The story was great. The WWE is not dead, folks. It is back. Yes, I look forward to these autumn/winter months all the way through into next year, and we get on the road to WrestleMania. Positive signs, them creative changes that we've read about, hopefully are there, and hopefully they continue going forward. So yes, as I say, like, hype, and subscribe. Comments down below whether you agree, disagree. Was it a good show? What did you enjoy? What didn't you like? Pick it apart. Let's have a conversation. As I say, I will be back next time for Survivor Series. Maybe a Saturday night's main event if people are enjoying these videos. Maybe we'll do one for every PLE/Big Show going forward. But yes, once again, this has been the Grapple YouTube channel. I've been Matty Edwards. And yes, once again, the Fed is back. Take it easy, folks. Have a good day.